Does anyone have a question?
Just a follow-up from the question I had the other day about what we're doing outside of class. Um, I just wanted to know, are there times during the day where you come back to the breathing exercises, or is it just holding energy, or sort of what's the
Yes,
technique of that?
yes. Sure. I mean, during the day, it's a very good idea to, sit down somewhere and just let your arms drop at your side. And for 5 or 10 minutes, just ask for help to surrender all negative psychic tension. So just relax yourself. And it's a very good thing to do. I mean, I do it all the time. Rudy used to do it all the time. And it gets rid of that surface tension inside you. And also, at least once or twice a day, I think it's important that people sit down and do this meditation for at least 20 minutes. I don't mean all day. I mean, that's not going to work. But, 20 minutes in the morning or 20 minutes in the evening beside coming to meditation class, to sit down and just go deep inside yourself and do the double breathing exercise and try to really build a connection between yourself and higher energy while you're not in the class, so that the energy of this class carries over into the everyday life that you're living. And then there's another aspect to this that is really important. That's karma. We all have activity. We all need to earn a living. We have relationships. We have parents, children, et cetera, et cetera. And all of that is part of, learning uh, how to build a spiritual life. I mean, it's learning how to truly interact with people in a compassionate, loving way. We don't do it all the time. I mean, sure, we make mistakes and we blow it, but we're capable of coming back to this reality that every moment of our life is something sacred. If we're eating a peach, we really have to enjoy the peach. The juices, the flavor. I mean,
Mm.
we're going out and having dinner, we have to enjoy the dinner. And I don't mean we get crazy like I used to see people in Texas, they ran a health food store across the street from us. And I'll never forget it. They would sit outside eating their food, focused on every bite. And I understand what they're doing. But when you build chi inside, when you develop a spiritual life and the chakra system is strong, you don't have to do this in excess. You organically extract the flavor of the food that you eat. You organically extract whatever each moment of your life has to teach you. And you come to meditation classes and you sit down and do it for once or twice at home to build a system inside that is strong enough to allow you to live a spiritual life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, I don't expect people to be perfect at this, but even imperfection is part of a spiritual life, because imperfection
Mm.
is one of the best teachers we have when we make mistakes. So all of this goes on between classes. And all of this is part of a spiritual life. And the class is the place where you build a system that enables you to live consciously in your day-to-day life. And that's one gigantic mandala where all the parts fit, from the things we're good at and the things we're not so good at. It all fits together. It all has a purpose. And that purpose is to teach us what we need to do to get closer to God. And then we stop blaming the external world, and we find ways and means of working in ourselves to truly transform all those, you know, problems we have into a spiritual life. And what the class is, it's simply a place that you come to get training in how to do what I'm talking, training in how to become a child of God, which requires a really powerful chakra system. That takes time, that takes training. And then between the classes, suddenly life gets different. Life itself becomes the teacher. Whatever we do is the guru teaching us what we need to do to grow. And we all blow it, and somebody else blow it. You just have to let it bounce off you. Forgiveness, you let it go. I mean, every time Rudy used to yell at me, I would think, I would get a little, and I would say, Stuart, don't get upset. What this man has done for you, you'll never be able to pay him back. If you live to 1,000 years, what he's done for you to have a life. He had some tension. It'd go. And I never met anyone who talked more than Rudy. I mean, yeah, and I realized what he was doing is he was letting go of his tension. And I used to thank God that I could be there to receive his Shakti that way. I could help him by being a receptacle to his Shakti that way. And it made me really strong inside to be able to deal with anybody. Does anyone have a question? Anyone else have a question? And it's not walking around being holier than thou. I mean, there's nothing less spiritual than people pretend they're spiritual. It's a true organic, growth inside one that one literally lives that way. You don't have to put on a costume. Your life is a child of God. Whatever you do, you could be playing softball and soccer and this and that, whatever you do, walking down the street, you know, you have evolved inside yourself to where you are a child of God. You have built a system that enables you to do this. You don't have to put on an act for the world about how spiritual you are. You are, you know, just are. And that's pretty cool. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? That's all this meditation is about. That's all it's about, is building the kind of system I'm talking about, which you'll discover if you when you do it, and as you do it, it takes time. Takes time. We're up against the only person on the planet Earth that keeps us from being spiritually enlightened. That person is ourselves. And then we have to learn from life how to get past ourselves. It's not a bad thing to learn. It certainly eventually gives somebody peace of mind and an open heart and foundation, a quiet mind. Does anyone else have a question? Just an announcement, there'll be no class on Sunday. I'll be having a retreat this weekend, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Um, and three classes a day, except Friday night is one class, and then Saturday and Sunday there are three classes, including hands-on healing and talks and regular meditation, and a very powerful weekend. So Sunday evening there won't be a class. There won't be a class also Sunday 1 o'clock. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? I know some of the things I talk about might seem to be impossible, but they're not. And I can only talk from my own experience from the day I met Rudy to what's taken place in my life today. It's beyond miracle, but it's time and work and consistent work and ultimately being able to get over myself. Does anyone have no more questions? Okay. Questions are good. Look at these answers. I like them. They teach me a lot. Hmm. Okay, if there are no more questions, then there will be meditation tomorrow at 1 and at 7:30. I'm happy to say Jennifer will be teaching at 7:30. She's a wonderful teacher and amazing human being. Also, I'd like to express, this book, I talk a lot about this book. It's so new and everything. You have to get maybe another couple of days and then I'll let it go. But I want to thank Kenny Ross for designing this book. It's just a beautiful book that he did. It really works. I mean, people get back to me and tell me that the book is just beautiful. And thank you, Kenny. And Ramon, if you ever need graphic work, I recommend him. He's very, very good.
Thank you,
I'll
Stuart.
think for, you know, doing all the technical stuff and getting the book with Ingram and doing all that stuff that I could never do. Would take me 5 years to do it, and he does it in a couple of days. It's amazing to me. And also Jennifer, who did, really an incredible job of doing copy editing in the book. Incredible. Picking out all the periods and commas and stuff that I eventually would get to, but also it would take me 5 years. And she did an amazing job. So thank you, and God bless you all. And there'll be class tomorrow, as I said, at 1 and 7:30, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Right.
Thank you, Stuart.